We're back for our MLB Best Bets here on Tuesday, October 7th. We've got the two American League games for game number 3, both in Detroit, Michigan, and in the Bronx, as the Mariners and Tigers are all knotted up at 1 game apiece, and the Blue Jays are up 2-0 in New York against the New York Yankees. Again, Blue Jays can end it tonight. Tigers and Mariners, somebody will take a lead. Again, we'll figure that out in just a few moments. Now, folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Yesterday, we did post our college football. Oh, NFL's out today. We posted our college football predictions. Over 4 hours of college football predictions. Yep, it is the longest video on my channel. 4 hours and 11 minutes long. Go make sure to check out that video that is linked in the description down below. Again, NFL predictions will be out later today. Also on Greedo Plays MMA this week, our UFC Fight Night Oliveira versus Gamrot predictions, and also our Contender Series predictions for week number 9 are out on Greedo Plays MMA as well. Okay, let's get in now to the first of our 4 bets. Again, the format we've been doing for the postseason now. We do 2 bets per game. Tomorrow we will go back to 5 best bets with the 4 games, and I will talk about the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs and the Dodgers for that sake at the end of the video. Okay, on to the first of 4 best bets. We start things off with our Nerfy. We're going to go with the Mariners-Tigers Nerfy to kick off the day. Again, yesterday was a good day for us. I mean, the Phillies didn't hit, but everything else did. Contreras hits a home run. He has 2 hits in the first 4 innings of that baseball game, easily clears 1.5 total bags. Nerfy hits in that Dodgers-Phillies game, and the Brewers win. The only thing that didn't hit for us was obviously the Philadelphia Phillies. And on top of that, our best bet for the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars covered 3.5 and actually won the game in Duval County against the Kansas City Chiefs. So we had a really good day yesterday. Today, we're going to start things off with a Nerfy in Detroit. The part that scares me is with Jack Flaherty. Guys, I will tell you this right now. I am not concerned in the slightest about the Detroit Tigers scoring a run in the first inning. I'm not. I'm not scared at all with them scoring in the first. Logan Gilbert, I would argue, is the second best pitcher in this rotation. You can maybe say he is the best pitcher in this rotation. I mean, you could easily say he should have been the guy getting the game 1 start. And this will factor in later in the video, so bear with me now. But Logan Gilbert comes into, or had a month of September, a phenomenal month of September, with a 2.3 ERA, 3.44 ERA this season. Obviously dealt with some injuries over in May and in the early summer months. But Logan Gilbert's still very effective. He is a very good pitcher. He's been averaging 1 run a start. So I think we're okay. Guys, the Tigers lineup right now, it's not good. I know the Mariners lineup, they haven't scored either. I get that. 2 back-to-back 3-2 scores, with game 1 obviously going to Detroit in 11 innings, and game 2 obviously going to Seattle, thanks to Kyle Finnegan. Yeah. Now, I always said about this series, actually, no, I'll wait till my breakdown of the money line in a second, but look what the Tigers are batting. It's just, they found ways to score in game 1, but just putting the ball in play has been I wouldn't say putting the ball in play. Finding gaps and finding grass has been very difficult for the Detroit Tigers in the playoffs. Even dating back to the Cleveland series, they have just struggled to find hits. Nothing changes here with another very good pitcher going. I mean, Luis Castillo did very well against the Tigers. He went 5 innings, didn't give up a single run, only gave up 1 hit in 5. And then here comes Spire, here comes Bizardo, here comes Brash and Munoz. And, again, we will get into the X's and O's and the bullpens later in the video, obviously, when we give a money line prediction. But if Castillo's seeing all that success, I would assume that Logan Gilbert's going to see that success as well. Likely Glaber, Carpenter, Green, Torque. That's probably going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what they batted against Castillo. I do not think we're going to get anything different, again, with Gilbert being another righty going for the Mariners. Flip side, do I think Detroit's able to get 3 outs against the Mariners? I do think so. I do think that Detroit's going to be able to get 3 outs. This is the much more concerning part of the equation because it's Jack Flaherty. And I will tell you right now, I am not over the moon about Flaherty starting this game. I know, again, you have to go to him because you've already put Mize in line for game 4, and then obviously you're setting up for Tarek Skubal again in game 5. And do I think we're going to get to a game 5? I don't know. It's a shame also, too, that Detroit's not going to get a single night playoff game. I mean, I guess this game's going to start at 4 o'clock over there, but really? I mean, out here on the West Coast, game 3's at 1 o'clock, and then game 4 is at noon, or what? I mean, I get tomorrow's game being at noon. I guess that's what you get, though, with the series in Detroit and in New York, right? Someone's got to go on early, and obviously the Yankees are not going to be the early game. Anyways, I don't like Jack Flaherty starting for the Tigers. And again, hold on to that piece of information for a little bit. Flaherty got the very early pull in game 3 of the wild card round against the Cleveland Guardians. Gave up 1 run in 4 2/3 innings. But again, Flaherty this year was a mixed bag. He was an up and down roller coaster on the mound for the Tigers. I think he can get 3 outs. Now, I think as the game goes on, I think he might be in some trouble, but that doesn't relate to this specific bet. In terms of this one, yeah, I do think Flaherty's able to get 3 outs. Now, the Mariners have still yet to find any production other than really Raleigh, Julio, and Polanco now we can add to that mix. I know Arozarena had a hit, Mitch Garver had a hit, and JP Crawford all had hits in game number 2, but when it's really mattered, though, there's only been 3 guys in this series that have actually contributed to the Mariners. It's Cal, it's Julio, and it's Polanco. Obviously, Jorge Polanco is the single-handed reason why they win that baseball game. Well, no, Julio and Raleigh are as well, but Polanco with the solo home runs off of Scooball, both in the left field in the 4th and the 6th inning, and the 8th inning, obviously, right? Cal Raleigh doubles off of Kyle Finnegan. Julio Rodriguez doubles off of Kyle Finnegan. Ball game over. Mariners win the game 3-2 after Torque hits the double to tie the game up at 2 runs apiece. So, I think, again, yeah, the most troubling part of this game is undoubtedly going to be Cal Raleigh and Julio, at least for the Nerfy. It's one at bat. I think Flaherty's going to be able to get it done, and the way I've always broken this down for the entire season, and we are going to continue to do it again for the playoffs, the Tigers aren't scoring the first inning. So if you're giving me minus 135 odds for Jack Flaherty just to get 3 outs before giving up a single run, I'm going to take my chances, is what I will do. So I'm going to take Jack Flaherty on the Nerfy. I believe Logan Gilbert's going to be fine. Guys, I don't know if the Tigers score at all on Logan Gilbert here in game number 3, but I don't think they're going to score. I don't think the Mariners are going to score in the first inning either off of Flaherty. Give me the Nerfy here at Comerica Park in Detroit. Our second best bet is the Mariners money line. So this is what I mapped out. And going into game 2, I came on here and told you that I thought the Tigers were going to win that baseball game. Obviously, that did not happen. Seattle wins it. Tarek Skubal pitches a phenomenal game, just makes a couple mistakes just to Jorge Polanco. The Tigers obviously get back into the game. We mentioned it earlier, right? The error at first base by Josh Naylor, and then obviously the ball. Yeah, it's a kind of a jam shot. That it's still a hard hit jam shot that Spencer Torkelson hits into right field, ties the game, but obviously right Finnegan comes in. They said on the broadcast, AJ Hinch does not want to use Kyle Finnegan today, but he's going to have to, and Finnegan immediately gives up 2 very hard hit doubles, both into right and to left field. So here we are now, right? Game number 3, and I think the Mariners win. I think the Tigers have kind of blown their shot, because what I told you going into game 2, I thought the Tigers were going to win, and I thought the Tigers were going to go up 2-0, and I then came to the conclusion, I think the Tigers might win it. The Tigers might win this ALDS series, which I think personally would be a cakewalk then for, regardless, it's probably the Blue Jays, but maybe the Yankees. I'll get to that series in a little bit. Whoever gets out of that Toronto-New York series, because you only got to see Tarek Skubal twice in 7 games. So, yeah, you can lose twice, but I don't really like the Tigers' chances in any other game that Flaherty. Oh, I don't like their chances when Flaherty pitches, but I don't like their chances when Skubal is not on the mound. So, that's the conclusion I came to. I was like, all right, well, they're going to win game 2, and they're not going to win in Detroit. They're going to lose back-to-back, and they're going to come back game 5 in Seattle, and Skubal's going to win it for them. Now, the question I had going into game 2 with the Mariners was, how do you find a way to beat Skubal? Now the question for the Tigers is, how do you find a way to win without Skubal? Because Skubal's lined up for game 5. So who's going to get a win for you? Is it going to be Jack Flaherty? Is it going to be Casey Mize? It has to be one of those two, because if not, your season's over. Who's going to do it? That's the question. I don't think they do it tonight, though. And I think, to me, Mize is the better of the two. I'd rather start Mize than Flaherty, but obviously, I mean, it doesn't matter. Both their guys are going to get their chance to get it done, at least. I don't trust Jack Flaherty in a spot like this. I don't. Again, it's season on the line right now. It's not, but it feels like it almost is. I mean, this is a huge swing point, huge turning point, and the better way of putting it, it's a huge turning point here in game number 3. I don't trust Jack Flaherty, who had a close to 5 ERA in the regular season against a team that will hit home runs and will damage the baseball. I'm still waiting for the Mariners to break out in this postseason. And you look at, well, I mean, they've only played 2 games, obviously, but you look at game 1, traditional Mariners game, you see a lot of that Detroit bullpen. The Mariners just can't break through. They had a shot, obviously, but losing in extra innings. Okay, game 2, you're expected to not really perform. You're expected not to really rise to the occasion too much in that game, so you lose it. Okay, that's fine. You lose obviously, sorry, you don't lose it. You win the game 3-2, but obviously you don't score that much, and that's okay. And only really 3 guys do damage, but that's fine. It's Scooball. Now game 3, there's no limitations on you now, right? You already had a bad outing in game 1, you lose. You found a way. You didn't hit all that well, but you found a way against Scooball, and you found a way against Finnegan in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now this should be the 2025 Mariners we've been watching all year long, the 2025 Mariners that have been mashing baseballs. I mean, do I need to remind you who's in this lineup? Again, we've only seen production this series, this postseason, out of Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Polanco. Rosarena is 1 for 8. Eugenio Suarez is 0 for 8. Josh Naylor is 0 for 8. Mitch Garver, I think he's 1 for 3. Or is he 2 for 6? Whatever. He's 1 for 3. Victor Robles is 0 for 6. JP Crawford's 1 for 7. Like, somebody's got to step up eventually. And I think this is the game where, everyone kind of comes through. And also, by the way, the Mariners bullpen is levels ahead of Detroit's bullpen. Guys, you're not going to find a bigger Kyle Finnegan fan than myself. I have a Kyle Finnegan jersey, one of my favorite Nationals. I absolutely love the guy. If the Nationals, if I were GM of the Washington Nationals or president of baseball operations, I would bring back Finnegan next year. And I love Jose Ferrer, but I want Kyle Finnegan as my closer. I don't care. I don't know if Kyle Finnegan's equipped to really pitch in a spot like this, though. And why would I say as a Nationals fan, I want Finnegan to be my closer? Well, we're not competing. We're not a postseason team. And Finnegan's a fun pitcher. Is he an elite closer in baseball? I don't know if I can say that. He's got great save numbers, and he's always been, a high save guy every single year. The thing is, he's not the closer for the Tigers. And I'm not really going to pin that loss on Finnegan. I mean, he had pitched a lot the night before, and you throw him right back out there? I don't know, man. It's just... And this is not a hit piece on Kyle Finnegan. I love Kyle Finnegan. He's one of my favorite players in the league right now. I hope the Tigers win the World Series. I'll tell you that, because I want to see Finnegan get a ring. What does that do to the confidence now? I mean, he's had a bad night. I don't think that's really that big of a deal, but I just thought I'd mention it with Finnegan because it's always been a thing with Kyle. He has 8 really good outings, and that one outing where he's horrible, he's bad. That's what Game 2 of the ALDS was. I think the Mariners win. I think they will. Love Logan Gilbert going. And I look at the Detroit lineup. Holy crap, it is bad. Just listen to some of the averages in the postseason for some of these guys. Glaber batting 190. Torque batting 167. Wencel Perez batting 059. Dingler's batting 056 with the 1 home run he hit in Cleveland. McKinstry 063. Parker Meadows batting 200. I mean, hey, come on now. The entire lineup struggling. Can you say Seattle's is too? 100%. But I'm going to go with the Mariners here to win the baseball game. Give me Seattle at -135 on the road in Detroit. They're going to come through, and it's going to be up to Casey Mize tomorrow to try to extend the series and pass the baton to Tarek Scooball in Game 5. Let's go on now to the night game in the Bronx. We start with our player prop for today, Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bases. To me, this is kind of free. No, it's very free. -135 for Aaron Judge to get 2 bags today? Are we serious? I mean, this one shocks me. We get this line. Guys, Aaron Judge is batting .444 in the postseason. Aaron Judge is 8 for 18. Aaron Judge has cleared this line in 4 out of the 5 games he's played this postseason. One game he didn't was Game 3 of the wild card round, obviously, where the Yankees moved on to the second round. And the only thing that I can, potentially think of and say, like, oh, okay, he's not going to get it is because maybe they just walk him the entire game. But I don't think so. I mean, backs against the wall for the Yankees. I think they come through. Well, I think Judge comes through. Hold on for our money line bet. Okay, hold on with that one. But when you need a guy to come through, I mean, it is Aaron Judge, right? And I know Shane Bieber, Shane Bieber's solid. He's been very good against the Yankees, and especially the guys in the Yankees. Aaron Judge is 1 for 13 against Shane Bieber career-wise with 8 strikeouts. I get it. Eventually the bullpen's going to come in. Eventually there's going to be a much more favorable matchup for Judge, and I think he'll be fine. I think so. I mean, for all the, hate that Judge gets sometimes, and, he's not clutch. He hasn't hit a home run so far in the postseason. Yeah, it's fair. He gets a hit about half the time he's at the plate. And yeah, he has 1 extra base hit in the postseason. Well, we need 2 total bags, 2 singles, something that he's done in 3 out of the 5 postseason games so far. He did it in Game 3 in Toronto. I'll take that. I'll take 2 singles out of Aaron Judge. Now, do the Yankees want 2 singles for Aaron Judge? No. They want 2 home runs. And obviously, he will benefit a lot more now from playing in New York compared to playing up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, just because, well, it's Yankee Stadium. But Aaron Judge is a over 1,000 OPS in the postseason right now. He's got a 500 slug. Come on. He's still playing well, and I get it. He is not, historically speaking, he has not been good against Shane Bieber. I understand that. I think he's going to come through tonight. And I will also mention this too, right? If you're just concerned about the Shane Bieber matchup, right, Bieber's going to go 5 or 6 innings, right? Judge will probably get 2 at-bats with no Shane Bieber going. And regardless of who that is coming out the Toronto bullpen to go face Judge, whether it be, I don't know, a Jeff Hoffman, obviously, or a Sir Anthony Dominguez, or, regardless of who it is, Louis Varland, I don't know, whoever it is against Judge, Aaron Judge is always going to have a chance at the plate. He is the best hitter on the planet. This is a guy, don't forget, batted .331 in the regular season, and he's batting .444 so far in the playoffs. The reason the Yankees are losing is not because of Aaron Judge. And yeah, do you expect Judge and do you want Judge to go yard and do you want him to knock in a bunch of runners? Of course. He's not always given that opportunity, though. And the reason the Yankees are losing is not because of Judge. So, I'm going to take Aaron Judge here. Yankees back at home in the Bronx. They're back at Yankee Stadium. So, of course, short porch is in effect. Short home runs are in effect. And I think we should be okay here. I really think so. So, I'm going to go with Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bags at home against the Blue Jays. I get it. The reason why this is not minus 150, not minus 160 like we've seen it before in this postseason is strictly because of the matchup with Shane Bieber and the troubles that Bieber has given him so far in the career. And obviously, it's been a thing for a lot of Yankees against Shane Bieber. I think Aaron Judge kind of, rights the unclutched narratives wrong today. And oh, by the way, too, Yankees backs up against the wall. They are going to come through, at least in this spot, I believe, where Aaron Judge is going to. Again, don't forget, they were down 3-0 in the World Series last year. They lost in 5, but they did win game number 4, right? So I got to go Yankees here, right? I got to go Judge here, minus 135, and yeah, I've already given it away. So Yankees beat the Jays. I'm seeing this line down at minus 140 now. If it's at minus 140, I actually don't mind it. Like, I would play that at minus 140. Yeah, I kind of have given this away, or I've hinted at it, at least, throughout the course of this video, so here it is. I'm taking the New York Yankees to beat the Toronto Blue Jays. I think they should win this game. Carlos Rodon's going. Rodon's going, and this is the guy you'd want in this spot for New York, right? Rodon's got a 3.09 ERA. Actually, that's the 14th best out of all qualified starting pitchers this year. The one start in the playoffs, that was Game 2 against the Red Sox. He goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, while his team wins the game 4-3. Rodon's been good all year long for the Yankees, 2.61 ERA in September, 3.15 ERA in the month of August. He was an all-star this season yet again. And that same idea I presented when I was talking about Aaron Judge applies to the Yankees. Backs against the wall, need to win a game. I think they will. Now, the entire series, that's an issue. And I will talk about that in a few moments. But just getting them one game, yeah, they should get this one. I mean, you don't got to deal with Trey Savage anymore. And, Max Fried goes to Toronto and lays an absolute egg. And I guess, right, just going up there, Toronto has just been the Yankees' house of horrors in 2025. I understand that. But you don't got to face Savage anymore. And I get it. Bieber's been good. Somebody on the Yankees is going to come through. I believe it's going to be Judge. But somebody's going to come through at their home ballpark here, man. I mean, it's the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Somebody's going to put barrel on a ball, and somebody's going to send one a long way. It's just what the Yankees do at home, right? When they were down in that Red Sox series, they lose Game 1 to Garrett Crochet. They find a way to win back-to-back and win the series. I'm not telling you they're going to win the series against Toronto, but I do believe, obviously it's a massive game. This is more, though, than just, the Yankees need to push it to 4. If the Yankees win this game, in my opinion, they're going to go back to Toronto. Now, can they win in Toronto after what we've seen so far in the series? I don't know. Because I believe, even though Fried was horrible in Game 2, I would believe that the Yankees go back to Fried in Game 5 and just go extremely short leash on him. And if you're Toronto, I guess you go Gausman with your Savage potentially pitching as well. Or actually, Gausman, he might be able to go Game 4. Maybe. But I think we will see I think we're going to see a Game 5. Because I have been thinking about this for a while. I love Max Scherzer, guys. The Jays are going to start Max Scherzer in Game 4, right? I'm pretty sure that's who's up next, right? I mean, unless they go pen game, but the next starting pitcher they have, it's Max Scherzer. So again, that's a bridge we will cross tomorrow. But with the Bassett injury, you're kind of forced to start Max. And maybe they do what, the Rangers did with Scherzer in the World Series run, where he'd throw like 3 innings and come out, even though one of the times that happened, he got injured, obviously, in the World Series. But who knows? Again, who knows what happens? I'm just looking ahead. I'm thinking, okay, it looks like it's going to be Scherzer tomorrow if the Blue Jays can't close it today, which ultimately is something that I think happens. I don't think the Jays are closing it tonight. And this is why this game's so huge for New York, because you get Scherzer in that ballpark, where obviously it's easy to hit the ball out, and, a guy who, love Max, but he's been extremely hittable down the stretch this season, right? Scherzer's lucky he's even on a postseason roster right now. He's 41, and he has struggled so much. He had a 10 ERA in September. But again, we'll get to that. By the way, the worst statistical career of Mad Max's career. But we'll get into that, obviously, tomorrow if there is a game 4, which I think there has to be. Somebody in this Yankees lineup is going to show up tonight. Somebody's going to. I mean, it's this Yankees magic that happens in the Bronx. Whether it be Trent Grisham, whether it be Cody Bellinger. I get it, Bellinger, it's lefties better than he does righties, but somebody's coming through today. Ben Rice. I mean, they are going to load it with lefties, even though I believe, again, I know Shane Bieber's got weird splits against rights and lefts. Somebody's going to take him yard. I think Rodon's going to do a very good job against this Blue Jays lineup, who I know, again, has been performing. I mean, you could not have asked for more out of Toronto's lineup in the first 2 games of the series. They have scored 23 combined runs in Toronto, right? And Vladimir Guerrero is having an all-time postseason run right now. I know it's been 2 games, but Vladimir Guerrero, right? I mean, he's 6 for 9 in the postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. It's insane. Obviously, the grand slam that he hits on Sunday, the home run that he hits in Saturday's game, it's in New York, though. It's in New York. It's in the Bronx. It's just a little different tonight. That's what I'll say. It's just a little bit different. With a good pitcher going, a southpaw going for the Yankees and Rodon, but a good pitcher going. I mean, don't forget, Rodon was the opening day starter for the Yankees this year. He was the opening day starter. Yankees pen still scares me. I mean, if I see Devin Williams trot out to the mound tonight, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a big problem. Blue Jays lineup, though, is hitting very well. I can't deny that. Every guy in the lineup's hit so far in this postseason. Springer, Schneider's hitting, Lukes, Guerrero, Kirk's been hitting well. Varsho goes 4 for 5 in game 2 on Sunday. Ernie Clement goes 3 for 4. I mean, everybody had a day, obviously, except for IKF. I forget, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is on the Blue Jays sometimes because he's been on a million rosters. Obviously, he was with Pittsburgh early in the season. Actually played fairly well for the Pirates, too. Regardless, though, I'm going to be going with the New York Yankees here. Backs up against the wall, must-have game. I think they do get it. And I think, again, alongside that, I think Aaron Judge goes over 1.5 total bags. So that'll do it for the best bets. Real quickly, I will talk about yesterday's games in the National League. I guess real quick on the Brewers, because we're going to talk more about the Phils. The Brewers, this is a good team. It's everything we thought that was going to happen yesterday, really. I didn't love Shota in that spot. Gives up the huge home run to Andrew Vaughn. Gives up the massive home run to Contreras. And just all kept going downhill from there, right? Vaughn ties it up with a three-run shot. And then, obviously, Contreras, tacks on more and takes the lead. And then, obviously, Chicago's trailing from there on out. They don't score after the first inning, obviously. So, with the Seiya Suzuki home run, Chicago's in trouble. Do I think they get game 3 tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. Again, Talione's going against Quinn Priester. We'll see. We will cross that bridge when we get there tomorrow. Okay, I don't have a pick yet for that game. Now, the game yesterday was obviously in Philadelphia. Now, I don't come on here and clown the Philadelphia Phillies as often as I do the New York Mets, because truth be told, I actually don't really hate the Phillies. I'm not a fan, obviously. I don't cheer for them, but, I do still, there's somewhat of, a fan in me, obviously, of Bryce Harper still, and then obviously Schwarber and Turner too. I still root for those guys. It's just obviously I can't root for their team. It's disappointing, to say the least, though. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight between them and the Dodgers. I don't like either of the teams, but it is crazy to watch this team go back into the postseason, another, division championship, and you represent the NL East, and you go into the postseason. Last year, you lose in 4 to the Mets, and now you're on the brink of an elimination in game 3. You've lost back-to-back. Now, I think, you can go at Kyle Schwarber, you can go at Bryce Harper for neither of those guys really showing up in game number 2. What I will say is game 1, they should have had it, obviously, until Kike Hernandez, got his devil magic going and shows up in the postseason like he always does. But the real thing that I got to look at is the 9th inning yesterday. I mean, again, I don't have a dog in the fight, but it made me, it kind of angered me watching Bryson Stott lay down a bunt. I mean, to the wrong side at that, too. This side doesn't really matter where he lays it down. But I'm like, really? Just as a fan of the sport, I was like, all right, it'd be kind of cool if the Phillies had this up. It would, right? Extra innings, I'm not against it. Bryson Stott, again, Vesia struggles with control, struggles with command, and immediately you're going to have Stott lay down a bunt. And at that, Castellanos is not the fastest guy, so Castellanos gets thrown out at third. And I know, again, butterfly effect, this doesn't always go the same way, but Harrison Bader comes up to the plate and immediately rips the ball into left field. I don't know. It's not like, if you had runners on first and second, I don't mind that call, but there's no threat to double play. Let's Stott swing the bat. So that's what loses the Phillies the game. I mean, you can say what you want, again, about Schwarber and Harper. No, what lost them that game is the Rob Thompson decision to lay down the bunt. But what I can say about that series, Kyle Schwarber, it's time to come home. Bryce Harper, I know you got 8 more years, request a trade. Trey Turner, request a trade. I think these guys, if these guys want to win, don't forget, Trey Turner's only won in DC. Kyle Schwarber didn't really win out there. Bryce Harper, but, it's time to come back. But, again, Harper contract, tricky. Trey, obviously, we're not going to get those guys. Maybe a Bryce Harper comeback run when he's like 40. Maybe I still have hope. Kyle Schwarber, you didn't show up yesterday in Philly. It's time, man. It's time to come back. He's played his last game at the bank, and it's time to come back to DC, Kyle Schwarber. It is time next season. You, sir, will be batting in front of James Wood, CJ Abrams, Dalen Lyle, and Dylan Cruz. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's say goodbye to Philly, guys. Ultimately, though, when you think about it, Phillies runs over. It is. The Philly runs over. Being the top dog in the NL East, it's time to tear it down. Ranger Suarez is a free agent. I mean, you're in trouble. You're still paying Bryce, obviously. You're still paying Trey. Zach Wheeler's out next season. Ooh, you're in danger. I mean, it's sad to see. Phillies run is over. Mets just suck. Braves are weird. They're probably kind of done. Marlins not concerned. You know what that means? The Nats are back. The last place Nats, we're going last to first. From 0 to hero next year. It's time for the Nationals to take over the division. Just you wait, believe you me. Anyways, folks, that'll do it for our MLB Best Bets here on October 7th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.